Good evening, my fellow geography buffs, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk to you guys about Canada's national parks. Specifically, I would like to focus on three national parks that are quite remote and difficult to access. As many of you may know, Canada is home to one of the largest and most diverse national park systems in the entire world. From majestic mountains to serene forests, these parks protect some of the planet's most pristine natural environments. Today, we'll take you on a journey to explore three of the least accessible national parks in Canada, revealing why they're so challenging to reach and what makes them worth the effort. So, fasten your seatbelts, buckle up, and let's get started. So, let's start our journey off from the Northwest Territories, specifically the Nahanni National Park Reserve. Now, this is a park that's famous for quite a few things, specifically its views, Virginia Falls, which is a falls twice the height of Niagara Falls, and the Valley of the Headless Men. Now, reaching Nahanni National Park is no easy feat. There are no roads leading to the park, so visitors must arrive by boat or float plane, and harsh weather conditions further limit the travel season, making planning essential. Now, most visitors take one of two ways to get to Nahanni. You can get to Nahanni by flying to Fort Simpson via Yellowknife and then to the river by float plane from Fort Simpson. Alternatively, you can take the 18-hour, 913-mile drive from Edmonton to Fort Simpson, which usually takes about 2 days along the Mackenzie Highway. Now, once you make it to Nahanni, there's a lot to do and see. Nahanni's deep river canyons and unique karst landscape are home to a rich biodiversity, including different animals like Dall sheep and grizzly bears. This untouched wilderness offers a pristine natural experience, perfect for adventure activities like whitewater rafting and backcountry hiking. If you do ever make it to Nahanni National Park, make sure you're prepared because the weather can be quite unpredictable and there are many predators around, so just be careful. If you're interested in making a day trip to Nahanni, that's also possible. There are some designated aircraft landing sites in Nahanni National Park, such as Bunny Bar, Island Lake, and Honeymoon Lake. Now, I must warn you, if you ever decide to visit the Nahanni Valley, you need to know that it is home to some strange myths and mysteries, and boasts a fearsome reputation for being a haunted and deadly place. This remote wild valley is not just inhospitable due to its rugged terrain, extreme weather, and predators, but it is also deadly due to some unexplained circumstances. Over the decades, many unfortunate travelers and explorers have gone missing in the valley, or they have turned up dead and beheaded. The number of decapitated bodies found within Nahanni Valley have earned it the nickname Valley of the Headless Men. Now, why these people end up missing and disappearing, that's a topic for another video. For those who make the journey, Nahanni National Park provides an unforgettable adventure and a chance to connect with nature in its purest form. Okay, so now we leave the Northwest Territories and we head east, all the way to Labrador, home of the Torngat Mountains National Park. Now, this park may be even more challenging to access as compared to Nahanni National Park. There are no roads leading in, and visitors must arrive by boat or a chartered plane. Its remote location and distance from major urban centers adds to the extreme difficulty. Most visitors fly in using chartered flights to the Torngat Mountains base camp. Most people arrive from Goose Bay in Newfoundland. And just know, if you do plan on visiting, you have to go through the approved and licensed tour operators. And some of these operators can charge up to $18,000 per person for a 7-day trip. There's also the possibility of chartering out a boat and sailing into the park. But again, you would have to go through the local operators. Okay, so once you make it into the park, the rewards are immense. The Torngat Mountains offer dramatic landscapes, rich Inuit cultural heritage, diverse wildlife, including polar bears and caribou. But the defining feature of the Torngat Mountains National Park is the sawtooth skyline of jagged peaks and glacier-carved fjords, as well as massive icebergs and some of the Earth's oldest rocks. This area is also part of the Inuit homeland, which includes a treasury of powerful stories, spirits, and traditions of centuries of travelers. If you do visit, make sure you connect and learn more about the Inuit culture. Again, while this park is extremely difficult and expensive to access, exploring this park provides a unique opportunity to learn about the Inuit culture and traditions, as well as to witness some of the most rugged and untouched beauty in all of Canada. Okay, so now we leave the mountains of Labrador and we go north. and we keep going north all the way till we reach Ellesmere Island in Nunavut. And once we reach Ellesmere Island, we go to the northern tip of Ellesmere Island, and there we find Quttinirpaaq National Park. And this is located right on the northern tip of Ellesmere Island in the territory of Nunavut. Now, Quttinirpaaq is one of the northernmost parks in the world, accessible only by plane. Its extreme Arctic weather conditions make it one of the least visited national parks in Canada and possibly the whole world. The park features polar deserts and stunning glacial landscapes. With limited human presence, it offers a sense of true isolation. The unique flora and fauna have adapted to the harsh Arctic conditions here, making it a fascinating destination for researchers and adventurers alike. Now, what makes this park extremely remote is the fact that it's situated just 800 kilometers from the actual North Pole. The park is only accessible by plane, with flights often originating from Resolute Bay, which in itself is an extremely remote northern community. Now, the park, as mentioned previously, can be accessed by chartered aircraft from Resolute Bay. A return flight from Resolute Bay to the Tonquare Fjord costs about $70,000, depending on the price of fuel. And other locations within the park have additional fees. The flights usually carry from 8 to 9 people and up to 1,200 kilograms of cargo. So it's most economical to coordinate with other travelers to get the best price. If you're ever visiting Quttinirpaaq National Park, you may also wish to take a side trip to the Grice Fjord. This is Canada's most northern community with a population of around 150 people. It's about 360 kilometers northeast of Resolute Bay on the southern shore of Ellesmere Island. If you don't like flying, you may be in luck, as a recent innovation in high Arctic tourism has been the advent of ice-breaking cruise ships. Among other destinations, the cruise ships sometimes stop for a brief visit to Quttinirpaaq National Park. Being so far north, the weather in Quttinirpaaq National Park is extreme. The park obviously experiences long, harsh winters. Therefore, only a few hundred adventurers and researchers make the journey each year to Quttinirpaaq. But if you're lucky enough to get there, the sense of remoteness you feel is profound. It offers an unparalleled experience of solitude and natural beauty. The park's isolation is not just physical, but also temporal, as visitors can glimpse a landscape that has remained largely unchanged for millennia. And this isolation makes Quttinirpaaq a haven for researchers studying Arctic ecosystems and climate, as well as for adventurers seeking the ultimate wilderness experience. In the vast, empty expanses of Quttinirpaaq, one truly feels like they're at the edge of the world. And there you have it. Those are 3 of Canada's least accessible national parks. There are quite a few more national parks in Canada that I would consider inaccessible or very difficult to access. So let me know in the comments below if you guys want another video on the other least accessible parks in Canada. If I get enough likes and comments on this video, I'll make a part 2 with these other parks. And as always, if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like content like this, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me stay motivated and keeps me going to create more interesting content like this. So thank you in advance. In closing, Canada's least accessible national parks are not for the faint of heart, but their beauty and their sense of adventure they offer are unmatched. These remote wilderness areas are vital for preserving our natural heritage and offer a unique opportunity to experience nature at its most raw and untouched. Please follow me on TikTok and Instagram with the same name, Urban Atlas. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.